Hello everyone, it is Friday and that means it's time for another Bizmates for Beginners video lesson. This week everyone, we are going to take a look at the expression time sharp, okay? So for example, 2:30 sharp or 3 sharp, okay? Alright, so let's find out how to use it, but first, as always, let's do a quick review to make sure all of you are up to speed with our expressions. Alright, so, imagine I ask you, did you meet last month's target? But unfortunately, you didn't meet your target, okay? So how do you say that in a more natural way? I'll give you 5 seconds, alright everyone? Okay, go! And time is up. If you said, unfortunately, we came up a bit short, then that's exactly right. Good job. So if you come up short, it means you miss your target or your goal or objective, okay? All right, so remember to use this in your daily conversation. All right, everyone, so moving on to time sharp, all right? So this is how we use it. Okay, so this is what I sometimes hear. I'm talking to Taro and we have a really important interview coming up. So I want to confirm the time with Taro. So I ask him, hey Taro, what time is the interview? And he says, it starts at 13 o'clock, so don't be late. Okay, thank you Taro, I got it. Now, although this is alright, it's a couple things are not so natural, so there's a few things we can improve. So a more natural way to say this is, of course, alright, it starts at 1 o'clock sharp. Okay, so the first thing I want to point out is just the way we use time. So in Japan, we use a 24-hour system, so you have 13 or 14 or 15 or 16. But in Canada or North America and other countries, we use the 12-hour system. So we would never say 13 o'clock. We would say, for example, 1 p.m. Okay? Now, it's not always necessary to say a.m. or p.m. Generally, people have a clear understanding of when something is scheduled. So, for example, dinner is at 7. You know, we obviously don't need to say 7 p.m. because dinner is usually in the evening, right? Okay, but the other thing I'd like to talk about is sharp, okay? And this means exactly, okay? It's exactly at 1 o'clock. And it has a little bit of extra meaning in the sense that it emphasizes punctuality. So when somebody says sharp, it means don't be late, okay? It starts exactly at this time, so don't be late, all right? So dinner is at 6 o'clock sharp, okay? Or the movie is at 9 sharp, okay? So when you want to emphasize the time, you can use this. And remember, instead of using the 24-hour system, use the 12-hour system, okay? All right, so pronunciation, very simple. It's just as you see it here, okay? All right, so you can read this as 1 o'clock sharp or 1 sharp or 1 p.m. sharp. Okay, it's up to you. All right, so let's practice this, okay? So it starts at 1 sharp, okay? Your turn. Good, all right, now after my sentence, what time is the interview? All right, very good. All right, so please remember this for next week. All right, our bonus question this week, everyone, is another way to say we rejected him. Okay, so if you know how to say this in a more natural manner, leave it in the comments below. If you don't know, you can find it in one of our previous Bizmates for Beginners video lessons. Okay, everyone, so that is it for me this week. Thank you always for watching our videos. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. All right, thanks for watching the video, everyone. If you want to see more Bizmates for Beginners videos, you can check out my previous video right here.
And don't forget to watch my words and phrases videos right here.
And if you need help with emails, Email Picks is right here.
Alright, so don't forget to click the subscribe button, like our videos, and we'll see you next time. Bye everybody.
Bye.